Okay, in English, as you know, the apostrophe is used to show possession. Apostrophe S. So, for example, the people's choice. All right? People is the word. It is the choice of the people. It is the people's choice, apostrophe S. In the apostrophe, the principle, the main principle about the apostrophe is that the entity, whatever it is, to the left of the apostrophe, that is the thing that is doing the owning. Okay? So, the people's choice, the man's hat, the hat of the man owns the hat, and it's the same thing with proper nouns. So it's Sandor's choice, the choice made by Sandor. Okay, so Sandor is to the left of the apostrophe. Sandor is the one doing the owning. It is Sandor's choice. Now, that's the simplest thing about the apostrophes. Now, the thing that causes some problems sometimes it's not the apostrophe S, it is just the apostrophe, and that is in the case of a plural ending in S. So now people, that's a plural, but it doesn't end in S, so the people's choice, that's just the same old apostrophe S. Same thing with children. The children's hour. Okay, children is a plural, but doesn't end in S. But the, let's see, suppose we got a bunch of waiters. All right? The waiters' aprons. Who is owning these aprons? Whose aprons are they? Well, the entity to the left of the apostrophe tells you it's a plural. If a plural ends in S, you never do an apostrophe S. All right? So if it's the waiter's aprons, the entity to the left, that's a waiter. So one waiter has many aprons. Very lucky waiter. Now, that doesn't mean, though, that you never have an S apostrophe S. For it just to be S apostrophe, what this has to be is a plural noun. A plural noun ending in S. But what if it's not a plural noun? For example, the name, James. Suppose it's James. James has some shoes, and they are James's shoes. Well, it's James's shoes. Just like that, James's shoes. So S apostrophe S, that is perfectly fine. That is correct. The only exception I can think of to this business is some people say that if you're writing about ancient folk, people with names like Xerxes, that in that case, even though Xerxes is a singular, that it's just an apostrophe. I don't know about that, but that's what they say. But just don't write about Xerxes or Pericles or Heracles or any of these. Just forget about that. So James's shoes, that is correct. Now, where people get all mixed up, and they don't believe it when I point this out to them, but it's true. Let's look at proper family names. Suppose there's a family called the Simpsons, all right? And it's Mr. Simpson and Ms. Simpson and little Kid Biff and Skip Simpson or whatever. All right, so the last name is Simpson. Now suppose you're going to their house. Well, a lot of people would say, we're going to the Simpsons' house. Just like that, the Simpsons' house. Well, what is the entity to the left of the apostrophe? Well, that's saying, this the way it's written here, is saying that the house belongs to something called the Simpson. The Simpson. The house doesn't belong to something. It's not the house of the Simpson. It's the house of the Simpsons. So it's the Simpsons, plural, and it's their house, so it's a plural ending in S, and it's the Simpsons' house, just like that. Okay, that is correct. That is crazy. Yeah, so that's what we want. Now, what if the name is Jones? What if the name is Jones, and you're going to I'll just put the name there. Now, what do? Well, a lot of people would do that. But then what is the entity to the left of the apostrophe? Something called the Jones. This is not the house of the Jones. This is the house of the Joneses. So, in fact, what is correct here is, Jones, one Jones, if you got one Jones, you got Billy Jones, that's one Jones. If you got Billy and Mary Jones, that's two Joneses. So it's Joneses, and now what do we have? It's their house, it's the house of the Joneses. We have a plural, Joneses, ending in S, and that is correct. The Joneses' house. Or if it's, suppose the name is Williams. John Williams, Martin Williams, Mary Williams, and so forth. Well, if you've got more than one Williams, what do you've got? You've got Williamses, right? So the Williamses' house. And that is correct. People mix this up all the time. The only thing you have to remember to absolutely keep this clear is that the entity to the left of the apostrophe, that's the thing that's doing the owning. And these houses are not owned by the Jones or the Williams. They're owned by Joneses and Williamses.